Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button. I be forgetting to say that. Yes, we need subscribers, and leave a comment, whatever and all that good stuff. I'm new at this, so y'all be patient with me. So today, I wanted to share a little bit about, this concept of being spiritual. Because a lot of us are growing out of religion and moving more into spirituality. And that's a good thing. Religion has its place. I'm not going to hate on it at all. I was raised in the Christian faith, and that was the foundation for at least my initial introduction to the fact that there's a higher power greater than my egoistic self. So, I have a good friend he wants to pigeonhole the word spiritual into only the good side of spiritual. But we have to remember that anger is a spirit, jealousy is a spirit, egoism is a spirit, selfishness, lust, laziness, all of these are spirits. So, being spiritual, we're striving for the highest vibration of our spirituality. But saying something is spiritual does not necessarily mean that it's always the high vibrational aspect of spirituality. So I wanted to kind of put a little bit of emphasis. Max, leave that alone. That's my kitty. I want to put a little bit of emphasis on what good, positive, love-based spirituality is all about, what it looks like. Because it's not just about what you're wearing or the talk that you talk, it's bigger than that. It's not about, well, I'm a Moor, or I'm into Kemetic spirituality, or it's bigger than that. Because see, we've been indoctrinated into a world, a false reality that is in conflict and contrast to our divinity. So we're doing things in a backwards kind of fashion. We come down here, we got to kind of unlearn things, and so that we can grow into our divinity and into our highest state of spirituality. So, the first principle of truly being a highly vibrational spiritual being is that you are moving in love. And the order of love is that we love God first, our creator, by whatever path you choose, okay? That you love yourself next. And only then can you effectively give this love to others around you. So that's the order of love. Next is probably going to be humility. Being humble in the sense that understanding that this reality is just not all about you and only you and your great accomplishments. We all are great. We all have genius. We all have great gifts and talents. But if you're not careful, you can move out of humility and into a place of arrogance. And arrogance is the lower vibrational spirituality aspect. So then we want to have compassion, not just passion. Passion, bowls things over a lot of times. Passion is big and bold and brash and crass. Maxie. And so we want to have compassion. And compassion speaks to the fact that we're being communal with our passion. We're being community minded with our passion, meaning that our passion is more for our community than it is just for ourselves and our views and our feelings and that sort of thing. Then we want to be selfless, meaning that, you think about if you understand that the laws of the universe dictate that the more you give, the more you receive, then you're going to be serving those that are around you. And that way, the universe is going to send that back to you. And selfless service is the absolute best of service, where you just go with no agenda, no motivations, no ulterior motives. You're just there to give, to serve, to be of service. That's my Maxie. She's like running around like a crazy person right now. I just let her back into the house. She just had breakfast and she is on one. And then to be holistic. Being holistic means holistic, actually, the word holy comes from the word holistic. Holistic means that I accept and embrace all that God is, that I accept, respect all of the paths that the creators put together that lead us directly to that source. That I respect all of the holy names, not just the one I call, claiming that my name is the only name. No, you respect the fact that God touches us all in different ways. Just like God touched you. It doesn't mean that that's the same thing for everyone. So, high vibrational spirituality is grounded in love, it's grounded in compassion, it's grounded in humility, it's grounded in service, selflessness, and holistic view on life. Holistic view on life would be really that, all men are created equal and all that, not just based on the color of their skin. That's not, white supremacy is definitely not a holistic view. It's not love. It's not compassion. It's not humble. It's very arrogant. It's not of service to humanity. It's a disservice to humanity. And so these are things we on earth are working through. We're working around and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to share a little story. I have my youngest daughter. She is, Lord, she's 22. And I stay concerned about her in this generation that she's in because it's just so much going on. And I'm always trying to expose her to positive things. I'm always inviting her with me whenever I'm going out to talk to people, to do festivals, to vend, all the different things that we do. So I specifically invited her to this festival. I guess it's been about maybe 2 years ago when we went together. Yeah, 2021, I think it was. And there was a young lady there that I really, really wanted her to meet because I really love this young lady. And she's a few years older than my daughter. And so I figured she would be a good influence on my daughter. So we get to the festival, and I'm always just like a butterfly at the festivals. I just love going to all the different vendors and just moving around, and the music is good and the food is vegan. And I'm just like, yes, I'm in heaven. So I take my young lady to the other young lady's booth to introduce them. And then I kind of, get distracted and I move on to the next booth or whatever. And later on in the day of the festival, I asked her, "Oh, so did you talk to the sister?" She said, "Well, she kind of ignored me the whole time I was there." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "For real? Are you serious? She ignored you? What do you mean?" I said, "Did you?" She said, "Yeah, I was steadily trying to get her attention. I was asking her about this, and, I was at her table and she just completely ignored me." I was shocked because this was a young lady that I always regarded as highly vibrational spiritual. She dresses the part. She's all online, giving out all this wonderful spiritual advice and counsel and commentary. And, she's into holistic things and, and all these things. And I was just really, really shocked. And it just was another reminder that just because people are dressed in a certain kind of way, or just because people talk in a certain kind of way, or they greet you with "What's up, King?" or "What's up, Queen?" and that does not mean that they are truly high vibrationally spiritual beings. And the way that you know the difference is you just have to observe people. We have to exercise a spirit of discernment where we just observe people in their natural element and see how they conduct themselves. We're all human and we definitely all make mistakes and everything. But when we walk in ego and arrogance and, I'm better than you, or, or I'm just hooked, I'm addicted to my own beauty type of vibe, that is not going to get you on a high vibration in this realm that we're in. It's just going to open you up to the possibility of other false spiritual energy to attach itself to you. And it's just really sad. I was very, very like, wow, my heart was a little bit broken because I really, really had a lot of love for this sister. I still have a lot of love for her. It's just that when you see and you recognize certain types of things, you just know what you know now. And I still, would treat her with love and kindness and respect and everything. But now I know that I cannot just think that she's the great example, that she's going to be a positive influence on someone. Yeah, that's Maxie. Anyways. So, we're living in some very, very trying times, and I get it that we all are struggling in different ways, and we are all being pressurized by this earthly experience to spiritually grow. And spiritual growth is definitely a process, and it's not always an easy process. I'm so thankful that I've been on my spiritual journey for since 1995, whenever that was, however many years that is. And I've gone through lots of transformations over the course of that time. I had to learn how to rework my verbiage. I had to learn how to exercise more patience. I had to learn how to be more peaceful in the midst of a lot of chaos. Maxie. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. She's cracking me up right now. Anyways, so in order to get where we're trying to go, we just want to, I think if you start at the heart, that's the place. Start at the heart and strive to be your best in everything that you do. Understand that your words have power. Your words and even your energy, what's radiating from your heart, radiates out into the universe, and people feel that. And I always have to go back to when I was in the restaurant. Thank God I'm out of that building. But I always have to go back there because I definitely had my days when my heart was not radiating in its highest form. Mostly because, when you're running a big, successful business, you're dependent on different parts being in place. And when that wasn't happening, and it wasn't happening in a very unexpected way for me, I had to go through some things inside of myself. And then, of course, there are always people who come in with their own unwholesome energy. And that can be contagious. And that's another thing that we need to overcome when we run into people whose vibrations are kind of low. We don't want to go low with them. We want to, when they go low, we go high, like Michelle Obama said. And we really do want to do that. And that really is the best way, even though our ego is very tempted to go to lowly places. So, as always, I just am always praying for us, always meditating on and visualizing the new earth energy. And that's a good place as well for you all to start meditating for yourself, for your own inner peace, for your own inner elevation of your spirit, and then to visualize the reality that you want to see for yourself and just the world at large, because we share this experience together, and what affects one affects us all. When we look at all the things that we're struggling with as a human family, we all are suffering in it, even if we're not a part of it, even if we're not the culprit of it. Racism, people can think that there's privilege in it, but it really isn't. It hurts us all. It really hurts us all. So remembering that, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. This entire reality is all spiritual. Before we ever created a chair, there was a spirit inside of us that desired to sit on something other than the ground, other than the earth. And with that spirit, we went into our mental, and we did our own sacred geometry and calculated what our resources are and how we can secure them, and how we can then create this chair that we ultimately want to sit on. So everything is spiritual. Evil is a spirit, anger is a spirit, jealousy is a spirit, envy is a spirit, lust is a spirit, selfishness, laziness, all of these things are spirit, and it's all spiritual. So we want to be in the highest vibration of our spirituality. We want to be in a place of love and compassion and humility and selfless service, and be holistic so we can actually be holy, real. Yes, my Christian family, be holy, become holy. Accept and embrace the fact that God touches us in different ways. And even if I don't call on Jesus in the way that you call on, I am the Christ. I am the Christ energy. I walk in the Christ consciousness. Christ energy starts at the heart, and that means you have to have a love for your creator, a love for yourself, and a love for your humanity. And if we're not doing that, we're stuck in our lower three centers where all those other spirits hang out. So anyways, this is just a little something I wanted to share with us today, And again, if you would, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell, so whenever I upload new videos, you get that notification and you can tune in. One of these days, I might have to go live on y'all. You never know. I'm trying to get consistent. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think. What you feeling? What are you struggling with? Are any of these spirits haranguing you in your own life? Are you walking in your highest form of spirituality? Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Alrighty, well, it is Sunday. Today is Sunday, and guess what, y'all? I got a big old business meeting in Charlotte. Some wonderful things are going on. I'm so excited, and we are actually preparing for our giving thanks holiday dinner that we're going to be doing in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. And so I'm really excited about it. Alrighty. So you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you on the next go round. Alrighty. I am the owner's daughter. The owner's daughter. Love y'all. Peace and love.